Right, Aspire, welcome to the final week video of our own fitness videos. This week we're going to do some quick exercises, or Mr. King and Mr. Jardine are anyway, straight through. So they're just 30-second exercises. As you can see, there's a phone between them two. They're going to count themselves in. I'll obviously give you some times here as well so you can do it at home. 30 seconds on each exercise going straight through. The first one is punches, so boxing, squats, sit-ups, mountain climbers, some circles with your arms. We'll show you them when we get to them if you're not quite sure. The plank, jumping jacks, press-ups, Russian twists, and burpees is the final one. Obviously, more importantly, we've got to do our warm-up and cool-down before and after. So starting on a warm-up with star jumps, just for 30 seconds or so. Star jumps for 30 seconds or so. Make sure if you haven't already, you should have by now, complete the Google forms that go with the videos, is where you can answer all your questions that we've been asking on the videos. So there's just 5 seconds left of that. Right, we're moving to jogging on the spot now. I'm not going to ask any of the questions until we're doing the main exercise for this video. Yes, of course. And Mr. King's just telling me we're going to differentiate these ones as well, like we did a few weeks ago. So Mr. King's going to do a more difficult level of exercise, a more intermediate level, and Mr. Jardine's going to show you the easier option for those that might not be able to do it. So that's for 30 seconds up. We're moving on to heel flips. There's 15 seconds left of the warm-up. 5, 2, 1, and we're going to move on into the main exercises. So like we say, make sure you've got a drink ready. These are going to be straight through, 30 seconds, no stopping. If you need to take a break, then pause the video, but don't just keep it running and skip any of the exercises. Cheating. Right, so you guys ready? Fantastic. So the first one is punches, so boxing, 30 seconds starting now. While Mr. Jardine and Mr. King are doing that, question number 1. When should we complete a warm-up? Should be able to nail that question now. When should we complete a warm-up? There's 10 seconds left of that exercise. 5 seconds left. And we're going into squats. Straight into squats. If you want to challenge yourself, that's fantastic, but remember there's quite a few exercises here, so take your time with them, don't rush them. We always say it when we're in the gym at school, 2 seconds up, 3 seconds down, or 2 seconds out, 3 seconds back. Just 3 seconds left. Right, we're moving on to sit-ups. Get yourself in a sit-up position. Question number 2, so question 1 was when should we complete a warm-up, question 2, when should we complete a cool-down? Ten seconds left on this one. As you can see, there's the 2 easier options. Mr. King's doing a full-length sit-up, Mr. Jardine doing the half sit-up that we did in last week's video. And we're swapping over, that's 30 seconds. We're going on to the mountain climbers now. So Mr. King's running on the floor. Mr. Jardine's showing you that you can just walk into it. Just tap your toes upwards. Halfway through that one. 5 seconds left. And we're swapping over onto circles. So arm circles. Put your arms straight out and you're just doing circles. The smaller they are, means your arms are hanging in the air much more. If your circles get bigger, it gets a little bit easier. Question 3. Why do we do a warm-up? Question 1. When should we complete a warm-up? Question 2. When should we complete a cool-down? Question 3. Why should we do a warm-up? Moving on to the next exercise now is the plank. 30-second plank. So Mr Jardine's doing the standard plank. Mr King, however, is in the press-up position, tapping his shoulders, which makes it that little bit harder. So question 4. Why do we complete a cool-down? There's 5 seconds left of that exercise. And then we're swapping over. So that was the plank. We're on to jumping jacks now. Or star jumps for the easier option. You'll notice a change in the exercises that we do for a warm-up compared to the main exercise. So question 5 is, can you name any suitable exercises for a warm-up? Changing exercise now, we're going into press-ups. So question 5, what exercises might you do for a warm-up? Can you name any that aren't on our board? There's 5 seconds left. And we're swapping over onto Russian twists now. Russian twists. So that's in a sit-up position. To make it a little bit harder, float your legs in the air like Mr King is. It means your balance has got to be higher. More coordination in the body. Mr Jardine's got his feet on the floor, which makes it a little bit easier. Helps the balance. Question 6, the final question. What would not be expected to do in a cool down? So, sorry, let me just say that one again. What would not be expected in a cool down? What wouldn't you do in a cool down? Think of the key words that we've been saying when we've been doing the cool down. Again, we've got the 2 easier options of the burpees here. The 2 options of the burpees, one easier, one more difficult. There's 4 seconds left. And that's the main exercise is done, fantastic. So we're now on to cool down, which is some stretching to start off with. So you're stretching out the muscles that you've been working on. As you can see, both teachers are doing different stretches, so you can do both of them. Remember not to bounce on any stretches. You're holding a stretch for 6 to 8 seconds. Don't bounce on it. And then you finish off on a slow jog. So just repeat through the questions one more time before we stop the video. Question 1, when should we complete a warm-up? Question 2, when should we complete a cool down? Question 3, why do we complete a warm-up? Question 4, why do we complete a cool down? Question 5, name some suitable exercises for a warm-up. And question 6, what would you not be expected to do in a cool down? Hopefully see you back at school after half term.